I can't believe my leg hasn't healed yet. I'm getting fed up of not playing, it makes me really anxious. Ah well, I guess I'll just have to trust the manager and the team. I hope they aren't planning anything stupid.
Psst. Oi, Ariana.
Yes? What do you want, Kha'Zix?
I don't know about you, mate, but I'm getting fucking fed up of these tactics. I want to pull some shenanigans. I want a meme.
Yes, well, I feel rather the same way. I'm getting a little bit tired of only running the 4 same moves every week. You know how that feels on my arms, having to use close combat week after week? I feel so defenseless.
Well, I tell you what, mate. I've got a bit of an idea. Make sure that Wallace doesn't hear about it, though.
I don't trust your tone of voice, young man. The last time you said you had an idea, I ended up having to go and watch the Peppa Pig movie.
Yeah, well, that was last time. This time I've got an idea that's bound to work. I promise you that.
Well, I guess I'll hear you out this time. I mean, it can't be any worse than using the same 4 moves every week. I swear to God, if I hear him say, use close combat one more time, I'm going to explode.
Alright, calm down. You get your blood pressure all high again. Right, I've got one little thing I need to say. Basically, do you still remember how to use belly drum?
Are you calling me fat, Kha'Zix?
What? No, I'm not calling you fat.
Because the last person that called me fat ended up with my fist in his face, and not in the sexual way.
Shut up, you knobhead. He'll fucking hear you. He's standing right there. We can't let Wallace know about this. I love the guy to pieces, but, he'll just go and tattle on us like he did last time.
I suppose. Anyway, what is this plan that you're talking about?
Well...
How is it going, PPL fans, and welcome to PPL Week 6, where Birmingham Spritzee are going to be playing against West Chan United, coached by Unlawful Exile or Liam, whichever you know him as. If you don't know him, then what the hell are you doing here? But yeah, I've got a very interesting team to bring against Liam this week, and I can't wait to get into it and properly explain it. But yeah, I always seem to have a good game against Liam. Always seem to have a good match against him. I've played him twice and I've beaten him twice, both in PPL Division 1, when we both stayed up and we both went down. So I've beaten him both times. But yeah, he's got a very scary team this season, which will come on screen now. And yeah, as you can see, he's got a Heatran, a Salamence, a Starmie, an Aromatisse, a Gourgeist, a Weavile, a Seismitoad, an Electivire, a Hitmonlee, and a Regirock. So yeah, scary shit. But I'm feeling fairly confident about it. So yeah, I'm going to get into the team and I'm going to explain it. You can probably see the main bulk of this team right here from the first 2 mons, but let's get into it and explain why I'm bringing it this way. So yeah, first mon on the team is going to be Adam Sandler, the Hariyama, and the meme here is the belly drum. Obviously, as you can see, belly drum is a thing, so... yeah, the main reason why I've got belly drum here is because there are quite a few mons that Hariyama can deal with quite well. It can set up on a Gourgeist, it can set up on, I think, some forms of Hitmonlee, it can set up on Regirock for sure, it can set up on Seismitoad, it can set up on quite a few forms of Heatran that don't carry Will-O-Wisp, it can set up on Weavile, and it can set up on, I think, specially offensive Electivires that don't have Volt Switch, which is like no Electivires. But yeah, there are quite a few things here that I can see Hariyama being able to set up a bulk up on, not a bulk up, a belly drum. And once that happens, I can, just destroy it. So the EVs here are enough to outspeed, I believe, that puts me at 98, which puts me out enough to outspeed a Weavile at +2. So that's fairly nice. Adamant Nature to hit as hard as I can, and I've gone with Close Combat, Knock Off, and Iron Head. Now, I was debating for this last move whether to have it as Ice Punch or whether to have it as Iron Head. I did some calcs and I realised that I can OHKO a Salamence at +5 with Close Combat. So that's an offensive Salamence with Intimidate, so I can definitely OHKO a bulky Salamence with like +6 if I can stay at +6, like if it's bulky Moximents, I can OHKO that. I figured that I needed something to hit a defensive defensive Aromatisse, rather than being able to hit Salamence harder. So Ironhead is there over that. Knock off for Gourgeist, close combat because it's a truck. So yeah, Adam Sandler's going to have his chance to try and possibly get a sweep this week. And he's assisted by the one and only Mega Scizor Kha'Zix with Agility, Baton Pass, Roost, and Fury Cutter. Now, Fury Cutter is the only point of contention here, because I wanted it to be Substitute, but I never feel comfortable having a Mon not having an attacking move. And I figured that if I can get rid of Heatran Salamence, then I can possibly have a chance of sweeping with Fury Cutter late game if I set up an Agility, because I can roost on certain offensive threats like Regirock and Weavile, and I can just keep my health high and just start Technician Fury Cuttering the crap out of people. If I get that up to a 160 base power move, it's starting to hurt everything. But yeah, the whole strategy of the team, as you can see, is just to Agility Pass into Hariyama and then Belly Drum on something. There are a couple of reasons why this wouldn't work, and that would literally be if like a defensive Aromatisse is present, but I don't think Aromatisse comes to this game because I pressure it a lot with what I have, especially with Kha'Zix over here. Like, I'm a complete stop to an Aromatisse with this with Mega Scizor, so I didn't think Aromatisse was coming. I'm certain that Heatran's coming, in fact. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah. The next mon I have is Flyinium-Z Swords Dance Landorus, and the reason for this guy is that if he comes in and gets up a Swords Dance, something dies, or if he comes in general, something dies. I have Earthquake and Flyinium-Z to fuck up Starmie. I have the Fly to hit Gourgeist. I have Stone Edge for Salamence. And Weavile, but Weavile dies to an Earthquake anyway. I figured that I had a good chance of doing a lot of damage with this thing. I didn't see Weavile as a massive thing that would come, so I didn't fear any Ice Shards, and I outspeed his entire team bar Starmie anyway. So unless there's a Scarfer, which I predict to be Scarf Electivire, then I'm going to outspeed his entire team, and at +2 I OHKO them all. Especially with Flyinium-Z, so Starmie's probably going to be coming, so if I can get rid of Starmie and Weavile, then I'm golden with this set. It's going to really rip through him. I've opted, as you'll see later, not to go for Sandstorm on Gigalith, but that's mainly for staying power with Hariyama. Okay, and on to the next mon, we have Tapu Koko with Expert Belt, Hidden Power Ground, Grass Knot, Thunderbolt, U-Turn. We've got Hidden Power Ground for the Heatran, we've got Grass Knot for the Seismitoad, and we've got Thunderbolt for everything that's not Gourgeist. But basically, Gourgeist is annoying anyway, so like I don't think that Gourgeist would be a good bring here because I kind of have things to deal with it. But if it does come, then I'll have to play around it with, say, Latias and Hariyama trying to get knocks off, and Hidden Power Flying, not Hidden Power Flying, Flyinium-Z onto it. So yeah, Expert Belt is just to power up super effective moves because there are quite a few of them I can hit. I can Thunderbolt the Starmie, I can U-turn it, I can Grass Knot the Seismitoad, Hidden Power Ground the Heatran. I needed Expert Belt here to land the 2-hit KO on a specially defensive Heatran, I think, or Assault Vest, I can't remember which, but it does guarantee a 2-hit KO on a... No, it guarantees an OHKO on a Electivire as well. So that's quite nice. So, that's pretty much why. I would have liked to have brought Focus Sash this game, to be honest, because I feel like I might have to take a hit with this guy at some point. So Focus Sash would have been nice, but I needed the Expert Belt a little bit more, I think. And it's a shame I can't run Hidden Power Ice, but Hidden Power Ground on... I need it to hit Heatran, otherwise that thing kind of walls me out and just kills me. It comes in and gets a massive hit off on something. So yeah, the next mon we have is Latias, and I really didn't think that Weavile was going to be coming, but I didn't want to not prep for it, if you get what I mean. Like, it's kind of like when someone has Manaphy on the team, but you have the matchup against the Manaphy. You don't then not prep for Manaphy, because then if it does come, you're left struggling with answers for it. So Colbur Berry is just an insurance policy for that, in case it comes in, it's like a Pursuit variant to fuck Latias. Because I can see Liam doing that. I can see Liam thinking that Latias is a huge threat to his team and wanting to get rid of it early, so he brings a banded Pursuit Weavile. But yeah, I needed some way of getting rid of rocks. I needed some way of being slightly fat. So yeah, I figured that this Latias was probably the best. I've got Earthquake on it to hit Heatran, otherwise that thing really fucks me. And I've got Draco Meteor to hit everything other than Aromatisse, because nothing on his team wants to be taking a +2 Draco. Not a +2, sorry, just a Draco. Yeah, not really much else to say. Latias is just going to stay in here and be fat. I've got 180 plus speed to outspeed, God, what was it? Oh god, what was I outspeeding with this thing? Might have been Adamant Weavile. Might well have been Adamant Weavile. No, it was a base 100, so that would have been Salamence. Yes, I was speed creeping Salamence, Jolly Salamence. And that was also why I've got all that speed on Landorus as well. But yeah, the rest in special attack, and I've got enough HP to... Oh god, what was that HP for? It's been a while since we played this game. There was definitely a reason for this HP. I think it might well have been to take a some kind of Dragon Claw from Salamence, probably. It might well have been for that, and I've got just the rest into special attack to beef up these Dracos. But yeah, I figured this was probably the best, most effective Latias I have. It's also a very good answer to Heatran as well, which my team severely lacks apart from that, because Hariyama doesn't want to be taking flash cannons. But yeah, the next mon and the final mon we have is Gigalith with Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Toxic. 12 special defense, 244 HP because I need, you know, that to be odd. And yeah, Brave Nature, I'm not sure why. I think I just couldn't be bothered to go Adamant and I wasn't going to outspeed anything anyway. So yeah, I just figured like this was the best. I needed Rocks because Salamence is a massive threat. I needed Stone Edge because I needed to hit the Salamence. And I've gone with Sturdy over Sand simply because if that thing sets up to like +3, +4, I at least have a way of ensuring myself that I can take a hit. And I have Toxic in case he wants to bring in like Seismitoad on me, because I'm going to hit more. I did briefly consider Hidden Power Ground on this guy for a Seismitoad switch in. But yeah, obviously when this guy comes in, I can't touch a Seismitoad unless I have Hidden Power Grass, which I decided not to bring. I decided to cripple it more with Toxic instead. So I'm not too upset about that. And we'll see. But yeah, that's the game. That's the team I'm bringing. And yeah, we'll have to... We'll just get into the game now and we'll see what happens. So yeah, see you in a minute, guys.
So here we are in the match, and as you can see, this is actually going to be recorded from Liam's side because there was a pesky little update that happened that meant that we couldn't record our match, because if you had recorded a match before the update, you couldn't play it on a... You couldn't then record it on a DS that had done the update. It was really stupid, really annoying, and it meant that now I've had to ask Liam for his side. So yeah, not too disappointed though, because you know we've still got something to record. So yeah, yeah. As you can see, the 6 mons that Liam has brought are Aromatisse, Salamence, Electivire, Hitmonlee, Starmie, and Seismitoad. Now the problem with this is that I've predicted 5 of these. It's probably a Scarf Electivire, probably some kind of White Herb, Electric Seedy, Focus Sashi, Unburden Hitmonlee. He's brought a Starmie that's probably going to be 3 attacks recover, and he's brought Rocks Seismitoad. I expected Heatran to be the last one, because it does a good job against my Latias, it does a very good job against Coco, it outspeeds an Oko's Gigalith, it can outspeed a Mega Scizor, and it can still hurt Hariyama very well. So I thought that thing was going to be coming for sure, but Aromatisse I've not really prepped for too much. I know that it does Heal Bell things, it does Wish things, it does Calm Mind things. I'm not really sure what else it's going to be doing though, so that thing was a massive, massive red flag for me immediately. Obviously Electivire is going to be a problem if it's Scarf. I'm going to have to predict very early on what to do with that thing. Starmie was going to be a problem because the coverage it has. So I'm going to have to hope that my Hariyama plan can really pull me through this. If that's not a Mach Punch Hitmonlee, we win as soon as we get the belly drum up. So yeah, let's see what happens when Birmingham Spritzee took on West Chan United. We've beaten 2 times. Let's see what happens in this match. See if we can make it a hat-trick. Yeah, as you can see, this is my avatar challenging him for once, which is quite interesting. But yeah, good luck, Liam. Let's see what happens. Now, I'm going to lead with my Gigalith as he leads off with the Aromatisse. I think he was maybe predicting me to lead off with Latias, because I did that. Well, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'm going to go for a Toxic here, trying to get some residual onto it, but he's going to reveal the Magic Coat. All that's going to do is fuck me over, because I honestly expected him to switch out here. And I was hoping maybe to get a Toxic off on the Starmie or the Seismitoad, which was probably coming in. But he's Magic Coated back onto me, and I no longer have a bloody switch in to the Salamence. I no longer have my insurance policy, and that is really annoying because I really needed Gigalith to be my insurance for that. I brought it sturdy this week just for that, hoping that maybe. Well, I didn't expect him to want to switch to attack me. I thought that maybe I could lead with it, get a Stealth Rock or a Toxic off, depending on the situation, and then, you know, do quite well from there. But what this means is that I now have to really be careful of Salamence, and if that thing comes in, I'm really going to struggle. So yeah, what he's going to do now is he's going to set up his Reflect. And now red flags all over the place because I know exactly what he's doing. He's trying to get double screens up, and then he's going to go into Salamence, and then he's going to try and set up all over my face. So, I realise this, and I'm like, nope, I am not dealing with this. I have to try and get Hariyama set up before he can bring the Salamence in. I have to go absolutely balls to the walls here and go for broke right now. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to switch out here, and we're going to go, I believe, into Mega Scizor. Nope, Tapu Koko. I'm not... Why did I go into Koko here? I think it was as he was going to set up the other screens. I think I just wanted to maybe predict him. Maybe to go for, like, a Moonblast. I'm going to lie, I'm not sure why I went into Koko there. Probably the first time all season I've not been sure why I made a move. Maybe I'm trying to wear it down and get rid of the screens, but... As you can see, I'm going to go for a U-turn now, and now I believe I go out to Mega Scizor because I'm thinking I have to push the panic button. So yeah, I think it's Mega Scizor. Yeah, it's Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix the Mega Scizor is going to come in, and I know that at this point it's got double screen and Magic Coat, but now it reveals the Endeavor, and now I'm like, fuck's sake, what have I done? But the great thing about this is that I can Mega Evolve and I can set up my agility and I can get this thing into Hariyama ASAP. Because if I can do that, I can set up a Belly Drum and I can let this thing die to Toxic because it now can't actually kill me. Whew. So yeah, agility goes off and it's just going to keep going for Endeavors. It's going to try and get me as low as possible into range of maybe something else. And I'm just here trying to stall out turns of Toxic. I'll go for the Baton Pass here, and this I'm going to show you why this is important. I'm going to pause this here because basically I was under the impression that this Endeavor here, because of Hariyama's huge HP stat, that this was going to take me below a quarter, and that would pop my Figgy Berry, which would then mean that I'd be able to to Belly Drum. But as you're going to see in a minute, I'm going to unpause it. What's going to happen? I'm going to go straight into Adam Sandler, and I'm thinking, okay, I can Belly Drum up, and then I can let this thing die to a Toxic as I go for another one. That's not going to pop my Figgy Berry. And now I'm screwed. I can't go for a Belly Drum because I'm below half. I can't go for... I pretty much have to attack it. The best move I could have done there would have been to go for another agility with Mega Scizor and then go into Hariyama after a +2. Because then I would have popped the Figgy Berry on this turn here, which would have allowed me to go for a Belly Drum. It would have taken me back down low again, but I would have been at +6 and I would have been able to then do things. Now I'm screwed. I have to attack it, and I have to then do other things. So I'm going to go for a knockoff, reveal that I have that. And that thing's going to go down. It's going to pretty much also reveal to me that it is indeed Light Clay. Just to, you know, in case he's trying to pull some shenanigans and he's got like a 5. The Electric Terrain's going to go away, and he's going to go into Tommy the Salamence. And this is where I have to make a bit of oh god, I've done it again. I have to make a bit of a gamble play here. I have to go for the Iron Head and hope I flinch him. I don't. Because I can't pop my Figgy Berry, I can't Belly Drum,
and now I have to try and get flinches and damage off on this thing. And he's going to go for another one, and now I'm suddenly very, very scared. Very, very, very scared. I go for a close combat here because it's going to do more damage than a belly drum, than a knockoff or anything. It's going to do more damage than that. I'm certain this is flying EMZ because it just completely dicks me, and now the reflect's gone, and he's going to go for a Dragon Claw. Obviously this is going to kill Hariyama. Down goes Yama, and I'm hoping, please be it wasn't Intimidate, so he had to be Moxie. That's a +3, +2 Salamence, and yeah, things and stuff happen. So yeah, P-Holler comes in, and I'm hoping and praying, thinking to myself, please let this not kill. Please tell me he's got no attack investment and he's bulky. That's just going to straight up kill, and that's really annoying. But yeah, I think to myself, this game's gone, so I might as well start being a bit of a dick. And I'm just going to let this play out.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this far. I just wanna tell you how I feel. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell you a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching. You're just to see. Inside we know what's going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. If you ask of me, don't tell me not to understand. Never gonna get never gonna get you around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell you a lie and hurt you. Never gonna get.
So yeah, as you guys just saw, I tried to be a bit cheeky. I knew the game was lost, so I thought maybe the only way that I could take out this Salamence was by kind of tricking him into going for an Earthquake on my Latias and then Draco Meteoring it in the face. But it was very, very frustrating for both me and him because I knew I'd lost the game and I was hoping for him to make a mess up and me to predict the turn in which he made the mess up. And he was just like, why are you doing this? I have no reason not to click Dragon Claw and Earthquake. I kind of see it as a moral victory because I got him to go for Fire Fang. I managed to get him to go for Fire Fang, so I'd take that one. That's the one thing I got out of this game. I played mind games and I kind of won. One interesting thing he said during the match apparently was that he was snapping nudes before the match and that he was wasting his time with this, so it was good fun. But yeah, I despite the outcome, I had fun with that. I lost because I didn't remember the HP on my Hariyama as well as I should have. I lost because I didn't predict Aromatisse to be double screens, light screen, Endeavor Magic Coat. I mean, that was a genius set, and I give him absolute props for that. It really worked because of how well Salamence had a matchup against me. Salamence ripped through me, and if he could set that thing up, then it did the work. So, yeah, I mean, I can only put my hands up to him. I mean, maybe if I'd gone into something else rather than Hariyama, if I'd passed it into Landorus, that could have been scary. At least scary for him, or even into Coco at the end, but I didn't. I felt like I had to go into Yama there because he could just set up with anything he had. He could set up with Salamence on anything else I went into. I felt like maybe that was the only thing I could have done. I had to try and out-set up, but I miscalculated the HP, and I didn't expect to have to calc for toxic damage, so I messed up and I took a heavy L this week because of it. Absolutely destroyed by a Salamence, which Brandon will be very happy about. But yeah, Liam, you deserve the win. You prepped like a monster and you did exactly what you needed to do. I tried to make you play a little bit more at the end, try to make it a bit more interesting, but yeah, I can only say well played to you, sir, and I wish you the best for the rest of the season. No ill will at all. I mean, I've beaten him twice, he's beaten me once, so I'm still winning technically. Well, next time we play, which will probably be either in D1 or D2, because I don't think either of us. It'll either be both of us go up or none of us do. But yeah. Next time we play Liam, I'm sure we'll have a great game, and it'll be more akin to our Season 1 match, where it came down to a 50-50 speed tie. So yeah. Next week, we have the infamous Shroom Raver, our rival. I've played him every season since we both went down in the same season. Every season of PPL since it began, and we've always had great games. They've always been very close, apart from the season we both went down, where I kind of dicked on him a little bit. I think that was because we both just... I think that was the first time I'd actually beaten him. But I think that I just had the matchup against him. But we always have great games, and I'm expecting another great one this time. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned next week. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then leave a like, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.